What's going on? Welcome back to our Friday Face-Off. It's Eric Chase from Toledo's Fox Sports 1230, Johny D from 1370 WSPD. We'll go back and forth here in a couple of minutes. The big topic of the week. Of course, there's 40 times and who benched what at the Combine. The big story last weekend, there was a media throng to talk to Manti Te'o, his first public comment since the debacle with the fake girlfriend. And this big story kind of arose from that, where NFL teams wanted to know, is he gay? And you know, that's been the story hovering around because of the guy who was talking on the phone to him. And then you've got another story. Nick Casa, a tight end from Colorado, said, yeah, I got asked if I was gay or not. And it's also been a story with Denard Robinson and Le'Veon Bell, two local kids. Should the NFL teams be prying into the lives?
No. But I see where they're coming from. I don't think they should pry in it because it's a locker room situation.
Yeah.
And some players are uncomfortable with that, but in my opinion, it's none of their business. But on the other hand, you see both sides of this, Eric. You see, some of these players that...
Chris Culliver, the 49er at the Super Bowl, almost threw the game off track by his comments saying, I'm paraphrasing here, there's no gays in the locker room. They wouldn't be accepted.
Yeah, and... who knows if that's even ever happened, if there's been gays in the
there has. And a couple of players have come
really
out after retirement.
Yeah, after retirement, not when they're playing, because could you imagine that? Whew.
I understand if these NFL executives want to know, they need to be a bit more diplomatic or tactful. I think somebody asked Le'Veon Bell, how do you feel about girls? Maybe it's more of like, hey, who are you dating? What's your longest relationship been? Ask a better line of questioning, because I understand if you want to bring a really talented player in who could bring the baggage of being questioned as a homosexual, which I have no problem with, and I don't think NFL teams have a problem with it. It's the players, and the NFL executives can't walk into a locker room and go, all right, you need to accept gay players from now on, whether you like it or not. It's like trying to get everybody to believe in a certain religion or a way of life. It's just difficult because while you've got really polished, thoughtful, smart executives, that's not who you're dealing with inside of a locker room. They might not be so accepting.
Well, the thing with it, when it comes down to let's go to the locker room. Let's say you're having the same problem with women in the NBA, WNBA. Same type of thing if you had a gay woman in there. Do you think if you find out a player's gay in the NFL and he's gay and he's playing on your team and you're taking a shower, are you thinking, is he looking?
Yeah.
And I understand why, this might be an issue, but it's same with the military and the gays in the military. I mean, no, they should not ask. And honestly, if I was a player in the NFL and I was homosexual, I probably wouldn't open up to say I was because of the situation.
Right. And I get that the NFL executives and the coaches want to get inside the head, and maybe they're just trying to get a reaction from these players. Will they be aggressive? Will they kind of become reclusive and standoffish? They instituted a new test this year besides the Wonderlic to gauge its psychological evaluation. How will they digest the playbook? How fast can they pick the playbook up? How fast can they be taught? Maybe if NFL executives want to find out the personality and the psychological traits of these players, instead of saying, hey, you hook up with any girls lately? Add specific questions into these tests so you can gauge these individuals.
Absolutely, because you can test them on how smart they are, like you said, in the playbooks, and they do that. They do it with players now. They still test them now. So yeah, I agree with you. Get them started. See if you've got a Denard Robinson. How can he play on our team? Can he play quarterback? Can he play wide receiver? Get them tested that way instead of asking Denard Robinson or questioning Denard Robinson. Are you gay or not?
Yeah, you're talking many years, maybe a couple of decades before the NFL player culture accepts people who are different from them in locker rooms. For now, it will stay quiet if there are players like that, and it's understandable. We agree that the executives want to ask those questions to see what kind of baggage they may or may not have to deal with in that locker room. It's Eric Chase from Toledo's Fox Sports 1230, Johny D 1370 WSPD. Join our websites back next week on Friday for another Friday Face-Off.